So I just go? Yeah, I don't know what you're doing next. Okay. Hello. My name is Amy and I will be talking about how natural horsemanship uses equine learning and the natural behaviour of the horse to train horses. A horse starts to learn from the first breath it takes. From then on, the horse will learn from its down, learning necessary steps on how to survive. It is important for a newborn to learn from the dam as soon as possible. The dam will teach the foal how to stand and take steps, because then the dam can teach her foal how to suckle. The dam will reward the current behaviours of milk, rubs and wickers, which she does this by using operant conditioning, which uses reinforcement or punishment to reward or to reduce behaviour. In time, the foal will learn that doing a specific behaviour will either gain a reward or will receive a punishment. This is how horses learn when being trained by humans. Natural horsemanship acknowledges that the horse is a conditioned response animal and so uses operant conditioning when training them. Natural horsemanship breaks training down into many small steps that the horse must accomplish before moving on to the next, making the training consistent and does not confuse the horse. In the training of natural horsemanship, the horse must be calmer after the session than it was before it started, and pain should be avoided because it is a distraction. The more pain that is inflicted on a horse, the less able it will be to concentrate on what it is being taught. The calm horse implies that it understands what it's being taught and is comfortable with it. It is important that the horse remains calm throughout the training session. Monty Roberts first developed join up to stop the cycle of violence that is typically accepted in traditional horse breaking. He said, "For centuries, humans have said to horses, 'You do what I tell you or I will hurt you.' I am saying that no one has the right to say this. Has the right to say you must to an animal or to another human." Join up focuses on communication with the horse instead of domination, as traditional teaching methods do. Traditional training methods teach the horse to do as the trainer says and involves the use of pain and intimidation. Join up is a consistent set of principles that use the horse's methods of communication and herd behaviour. Without the use of pain or force, the trainer persuades a raw horse to accept the saddle, bridle and rider. Join up starts with the trainer making large noises and movements as a predator would and drives the horse away. The trainer then gives the horse the opportunity to either join up or flee. If the horse joins up, it means the horse respects the trainer as a herd leader. Join up occurs when the animal willingly chooses to be with the human, accepting their leadership and protection. Research demonstrates that equine learning is efficient and that concentrating learning trials in long-term training sessions decreases equine learning efficiency. This makes the round pen a useful piece of equipment to use when training horses. As the horse is in a confined area when join up is happening, the process is quick because the horse focuses on the handler and cannot flee. If join up took place in an open space, the horse would not learn as efficiently, as the process would take too long for the horse to learn what the handler intends it to in that session. Natural horsemanship trains horses on the basis of working with equine learning and the natural behaviours of the horse, therefore making it the only way to train horses.
Just stay quiet. Hi, my name's Champagne and I'll be debating against that. So equids learn by trial and error through different methods such as pressure release, negative and positive reinforcement, and operant and classical conditioning, to name a few. Trial and error process takes time. Time for the equids to digest the information and then learn from a method that works for them. Natural horsemanship has been known to flood horses with the environment as well as the method they are trained in. For example, using a round pen and flooding their senses and their mind by doing too much at once to achieve the goal that they want at the time, which is usually join up. When a horse is flooded, it can cause them to shut down and give in, giving it the appearance that they have understood what they are doing and that they want to join up with the human. But the horse does not understand what is being taught, therefore not being able to process it and learn. The only thing they will take from it is how to stop the stimulus situation they are in at the time. When a horse is joining up, an essential part of natural horsemanship, it works on their prey drive, so sending them around and working on their prey instinct to flee, which can cause the animal stress and fear while you are working with them. And there is a quote from, I'm going to try and get this right, Antoine de Planel, a person who has influenced modern dressage, who worked on the principles of, you can never rely on a horse that is educated by fear. There will always be something he fears more than you. The horse learns through the prey drive, which is will instinct, put fear into the horse because you're being the prey. Are they actually one with you at the time? And do they actually accept being with you? Natural behaviour for a horse is to be in a herd with open space and left to graze for as long as they want. However, we put them in an unnatural environment to be able to train them for multiple purposes. How can we expect to mimic natural horse behaviour when we put horses into such unnatural situations where we have to desensitise the horses to stop their natural behaviours of running away? No training method or any learning for the horses in a human environment is going to be natural and will result in some way suppressing parts of their natural behaviour so we can do what we want to do with them. Though saying this, a round pen is essential in a lot of natural horsemanship training. However, with this, the horse is completely isolated from every other animal of its kind. It can't see them, and it's only got you in the middle, and we are acting as their predator at that moment in time, and the horse's natural instinct will be to flee.
Hi, my name is Olivia and I will be talking about two pieces of equipment used in natural horsemanship, the dually halter and the round pen, as touched on by Amy. The round pen is a very safe, controlled training environment for the horse. It is a circular pen with sides at least 6 feet high to stop the horse from getting the head over the top of it, with a diameter of 60 feet. It is a valuable place to start a young horse under saddle, teaching ground manners, dealing with behavioural problems, liberty work and even for riding. Instead of conventional square or rectangular schools, the round pen allows the handler to be close to the horse when doing ground work, join up or liberty work. A large square arena would allow the horse to get stuck in the corners and be too far away from the handler to keep a connection. The round pen also allows greater interaction between the horse and handler, more control over the horse, because the horse can't fully avoid the human handler. Containing the horse's natural flight instinct rather than restraining them. If the horse is being restrained rather than contained, their options are even more limited. This allows the horse to exhibit their natural hardwired flight or fight response. A horse that wants to but can't run away is more likely to get instinctively defensive. When these instincts are in operation, their mind is not able to absorb information. By containing the horse's flight response in the round pen, we give the horse time to engage his brain so the horse is mentally ready to be with us and work with them. The round pen is mainly known for being used in join-up, allowing the horse to run the diameter of the pen until they're ready to connect to the handler, recognising them as leader. The horse will begin to drop the head and follow the handler with his eyes and inside ear. The horse is then ready to follow the handler when asked to stop moving around the outside. The horse will then turn in, facing the handler with both eyes, and giving them their full attention, gaining the horse's trust. A very important part of natural horsemanship is to be able to control the horse's feet. Once you control the horse's feet, you control the mind. Therefore, the round pen is an amazing training environment with a small, quiet, safe space that makes it easier to get control of the feet. A horse will finish round pen sessions calm, relaxed, paying more attention to the handler. The second piece of equipment I'll be talking about is the dually halter. This halter is such a versatile piece of equipment, replacing the need for bridles, chiffonies, lunge caparisons, standard head collars, and even head collars with chains over the nose and over the gums. The dually is similar to a normal head collar, except with two pieces of rope just below the standard noseband. It's positioned high on the nose, not low, so it doesn't put pressure on sensitive parts of the horse's head and won't damage or desensitise the horse's mouth. The dually works on the concept of pressure release. It releases pressure very quickly, allowing the handler to be more precise with their training aids and signals, effectively rewarding the horse for acting in partnership with the handler. The dually can be used successfully for horses that won't load or long rein, or to long rein nappy or nervous horses. Even people who traditionally train horses commonly use the dually for strong, bulgy horses, as it's more effective than simply wrapping the lever around the horse's nose. Traditional trainers have also been known to use the dually for breaking and backing their own horses to avoid damaging their sensitive mouths with various bits.